I'm Mark Asberg. I'm Vice Provost and University Librarian at Queen's University. Welcome to the library. We are very excited to be reopening the main floor of Stauffer Library after an extensive renovation that took most of the last academic year. And we hope you agree that the library is now more welcoming, inclusive, and accessible than it ever has been before, and that it meets your needs and expectations in ways that you perhaps never expected as well.
Hi, I'm Daniel Wolf. I'm a professor in the history department and was the 20th principal and vice chancellor of Queen's University between 2009 and 2019. Well, I must say it makes me feel very self-conscious in a good way whenever I walk in. Seeing my name up in bold letters on the ground floor, it was quite an honor, and I was very appreciative of the university for having made that decision. It's often the case that residences are named after former principals, and that's well and good, but I actually much prefer this because it's much more fitting my own identity as a humanities scholar and the amount of time I've spent in the library and my other relationship with the library through as a donor. So, plus I can walk in to see it anytime I want.
Hi, I'm Michelle Chittenden, and I'm the coordinator of Library Accessibility Services. The new center, I think, sends a very positive message to the university community about the library's commitment to accessibility. The Adaptive Technology Center is located at the front entrance to Stauffer Library, so it is very visible. It's also something that we've expanded our service and our space. So students see that as very positive, that the library is committed to providing a safe space to meet their technological needs. And so I think it's positive all the way around.
Hi, I'm Emily Gibson, and I'm the adaptive technologist at the Queen's University Library. Students in particular, when I take them on tours, I've been really happy about the space. They really love that it's a quiet space. They love the large screen monitors and the quiet relaxation area in particular, and the sensory objects. Those have been some real standouts.
One thing that students have said to ATC staff about the space is that they feel it's a safe space, that it's a place that they can be themselves, and we're trying to create that inclusive, accessible, and safe environment. And we have been told that we have.
Hi, my name is Joseph Lee, and I'm the Training and Support Coordinator. I've been here for 7 years now, and I work in information services. Before the renovation, the service desk was a long, fixed counter that felt more formal and a little separated from students. Services like reserves and printing were spread out, so it wasn't always clear where to go. Now, with the newly renovated service point, it's more open, welcoming, and streamlined. Reserves and printing are all in one place, making it easier to connect with staff and get what you need quickly. It's become a real hub for student support.
We're very pleased to be back on the newly renovated ground floor. Our new research consultation office is now centrally located. We now have a collaboration space for members of the department to work together, and also for us to work with small groups of students. There's a beautiful new 50-seat classroom where we partner with faculty to develop student research skills. And there are additional book displays on the ground floor, enabling us to feature more materials from Stauffer Library's extensive print collections.
I think one of the things that I'm most excited about in the library is the transition of washrooms to single-use gender-neutral bathrooms. That kind of inclusion in our physical planning, it's better for everybody. And it's the kind of thing that really makes a difference in somebody's life when they have amenities that are more appropriate to their needs. The library is it's sort of a platform for people to achieve the potentials that they most want to achieve. And so we want to make sure that the library is a place where you can be as successful as possible and can thrive as much as possible. And that's not just about the information that you see there, but it's about the experience that you have when you go to the library. So when I started university, I was really afraid to go into the library because it was such a large and somewhat awe-inspiring place. I think at the time I felt that there were rules and procedures in the libraries that I needed to know before I went there. And I think what I want people to know is, number one, that libraries are here to support your success. And the more you use the library, the more successful you're going to be in your learning and research, in your career at Queen's University. But you don't have to know everything about a library to use the library. We're here to help. So please come to the library, ask all the questions that you have about the library and information resources and different forms of knowledge and how to access them. That's what we love doing. It's our passion, and we're here to help.
It's not only a place for finding books. The library is so much more than that. Aside from the staff who are here to help you, that includes the technicians and the librarians, it's also a place for you to do your own work, to share your ideas with your colleagues, your classmates, your friends. And it's also a place for you to take a break and relax when you need to.
Well, the first thing I'd say is take out books. We have lots of them, and you might learn something that you can't actually find in journals. Secondly, it's your library, take advantage of it. And thirdly, and I say this particularly to humanities students, you need to think of this as your lab. This, for humanities scholars, to some degree social science scholars as well, is our lab. We don't have the big machinery that they have over in engineering or the chemistry department, but we do have a kind of central bit of capital equipment that lets us do our work, and that is the library.
My advice for students is to not be afraid to ask questions at the service desk. One thing that I wish I've done when I first came to Queen's was to go to the front desk and just ask what services they can provide for you. I've only learned these services once I started working here, and then through my 4 years at Queen's, slowly and slowly every year I start learning new things. So I think if you are coming to Queen's, don't be afraid to ask anybody at the library.
Keep up with your classes, attend the classes, because it is really important, like, to see what the prof has to say and everything, and definitely read the syllabus.
Start off strong, guys. Make sure you prioritize, because that's something that I struggle with. It's only my second week, but some advice I have is do your readings and really make yourself do your readings and really stay consistent with your work.
I think the library has a lot more spaces than you think it does, and we do have a lot more resources than you think we do. So always feel free to go to the front desk and just ask questions, and you may never know what you just might stumble upon.
I think for first year is you need to really focus on the studying, because I know it's really the things you learn in first year is the basic that you can level up in your following years.
Never be afraid to come to the service desk. A lot of us here are also students, and we do know a lot of resources that are available here at the library, especially at any other libraries on campus. So if you have any questions, concerns, just always come up to us. Never be scared. We can just help you out, whether that comes with printing or finding a course textbook, or even just chatting about a course that maybe we have taken ourselves in the past. So always be free and flexible in terms of coming to visit the service desk.